Is absolutely crazy, you guys. This is officially what podcasting has turned into. When you know you're wrong on a topic, you come back the next day and double down on the fuckery. Everybody these days wants to be looked at as an expert, and nobody wants to be caught on a clip sounding like a hypocrite. Last year, Mar went on record and claimed that Drake could possibly win $2 billion from UMG from the lawsuit.
I think Drake is going to ask for something that no artist has ever asked for or received, and it's going to be very interesting to see if he receives that.
As far as money?
As far as compensation for damages.
On the lawsuit side.
Absolutely. We talking upwards of $2 billion.
$2 billion?
He gonna ask for a big three. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna ask for a big three.
Well, if he gets look, at that point, fuck public perception.
Black Twitter is talking about it. I don't give a fuck what Black Twitter is talking about. I don't care what the barbershops are talking about. Yep. If I just sue Universal for $2 billion in my masters and I won, I'm just looking at it like people have to stop being so surface with the shit and saying, oh, Drake is mad that he lost, just take the L. Cool. Y'all are talking about a rap battle. This is not the URL. We talking about the
the business battle. Yes.
Not URL. No disrespect to URL and smacking all them. Those are my, I support those guys. But this isn't that. This isn't a rap battle. This is Drake versus Universal Music Group. For anybody that doesn't understand what that is,
financing both sides of the war.
They're financing both sides of the war, and they're in business with the streaming platforms. I'm talking about now, this is away from that.
Yeah.
This is not a battle. This is a war that's about to happen.
That's a fact.
Even Drake himself probably heard these numbers.
More gotta stop lazing. Make sure y'all stay to the end of this video. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on this video. Hit that like button, drop a comment. I'm gonna be at the end of this joint. More gotta stop lazing.
And said, wait, I can? I am? That's possible? So last week, when the judge announced that the case was dismissed, the plaintiff relies on tweets by individual users and reporting from fans to allege that UMG utilized covert tactics to manipulate streams of Not Like Us. AKA, Drake, if I was you, I'd be suing your lawyers next. These niggas just robbed you in broad daylight. They knew that you had a very weak case. They had no evidence. These niggas went on Twitter just like you and I to get their evidence. Now, RORY also had a take last year that went viral after the case was dismissed last week.
I have no dog in this fight. I like Kendrick's music. I like Drake's music. I also think both of them have used bots via UMG, whether they knew it or not. What stood out to me in that paperwork was the accusation that UMG lowered their licensing rate by 30% for Not Like Us. Just a quick history lesson. How we even got to the value of what a stream is was based off Spotify and the three majors negotiating on what that value would be. What makes it even crazier is all three majors have actual stock and ownership within Spotify. That would be illegal in any other business in the world, but it's the music industry, so anything can fly. To the point that I worked at a major when Spotify went public, and they emailed all of us as employees and said, you cannot buy stock because that would be insider trading. Now imagine you're an artist and you know that the people that own your music plus the people that distribute your music, which is a whole separate tech company, are in cahoots to define what a dollar means within the music industry. And then you later find out that for one artist and one song, they devalued that dollar. You wouldn't have an issue with it?
Today on the new Rory and Mal podcast, episode 414.
Yo, how he just broke down how they came up with, really, so the big labels and Spotify work together to F over all the artists. Because if they came up with the number for what you going to get paid per stream, right? But the labels also have stocks inside Spotify. So you basically, that got to be, that is illegal. That's a monopoly. That's illegal. Like, how can I sell you something that I own? Like, if the big labels have ownership in Spotify, how can they then stream their songs, something that they own, to a platform that no, you can't do that. That would be, and then what Maul just said when he was working at the big labels, they told him he can't buy stocks because it would be inside trading. That's facts. Like, that's nasty work. If that's how that came about, that is nasty work, and that shouldn't be allowed. That should be looked at, like, off the Drake and Kendrick stuff. I didn't know it was like that, how he just broke it down. That should definitely be looked at just for, like, a rap game, period. Our artists is getting effed over if that's how they came up with that number. And if the big labels have stock in Spotify, they should be forced to sell it. That's crazy. Let's keep going, y'all.
Rory actually apologized for this take, but not OVO Mal. Mal actually goes on to double down on his take. Not only that, but he claimed that Drake and his team of lawyers were going to take this to a whole nother level. That's correct. According to Mal, Drake and his team know something, and because Drake seemingly has great lawyers, Mal sent a warning that this is not the end of this lawsuit. Here's what he said.
But it was funny. It's funny to see people's reaction, and again, people still not understanding what the case was about.
I, as someone that thought I understood it, now I actually don't. Like, because I know he was, from my understanding, initially suing for UMG promoting, pushing, and using bots about a song that was defaming him. Then the result was, all right, the case is dismissed because there's no defamation. I didn't even think he was suing for that. So now I'm just lost. So that's why I say you guys win. K-Dot, K-Bot, the whole world, y'all win. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. K-Bot. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Clearly the paperwork that I initially read is not even where the case ended up. Because I thought he was suing UMG for them promoting a song that defamed him.
I don't know what people are thinking because I haven't really talked to many people about this, but it's not. I mean, the people have to know that his lawyer, his team, they're going to appeal this and take this to another level.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know if people know that. Like, this is not over with.
I mean, shit, the shitty. Should we just let it go?
No, see, no, no.
At this point,
no. Why? But would you? If you and your team, your lawyers had things in your possession that prove what you're saying is correct.
But why wouldn't? And I'm not saying that it depends the judge, and that's why the appeal process exists to. So didn't they reveal everything? Because that was also something I saw on the OVO stand side of like, nah, he purposely was trying to lose the first one so he could reveal more. And I was like, well, why wouldn't you just?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not speaking to shit. I'm speaking to factual shit, like real things. Like this is not over with. I know people hear things getting dismissed, but like there's a whole nother level that I believe this is getting ready to go to. I don't think this is over. It's definitely not over. None of us know the specifics of that. But when you know and your lawyers know exactly what happened and what went on, when you say just let it go, no, somebody of his caliber and his level is not going to just let that go because they know what we all do not know. They have information that none of us have.
Okay, but then I guess I would ask, if you're Drake, are you looking at good lawyers lose cases? I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But if you have all this stuff that we don't know, why did you go with that approach of the defamation lane? And the judge was clearly like, nah.
Yeah, so I don't believe that this is over. I don't believe that Drake and his team and his lawyers are letting this go. I do think that this is going to another level. And again, that speaks to him, his team having things.
Rory just asked a direct question and Maul did not answer. He talking about something totally different. He did not just answer the question.
Again, we don't know the business side of it, what Universal did. We do know that he's a top priority at Universal. He is in the middle of renegotiation. I don't know where that stands today. I don't know if he's even contemplating, any type of negotiation with Universal, but I do know that Universal knows, or they know, the internet can say, oh yeah, I told you he lost it. Ask Universal if they think this is over. Like, just ask somebody at Universal if they think that this case is over.
Now, personally, one of the funniest parts to me was Rory asking Maul, hey man, should we just let this go? And Maul say, no, fuck no, it's not over. Almost like he's the one in court filing the lawsuit.
Yeah, and let me vibe with y'all for a minute. In academics, Joe Budden said this, like, stop being the mouthpiece for Drake. Maul and Akademiks tend to be the mouthpiece for Drake, and it comes off a certain type way. It comes off like y'all caping. It comes off as disingenuous. It comes off as like the scales have been not even, and y'all just meat munching, bro. Y'all just meat munching Drake. Let that man, like I like, it's gotten to the point I don't even remember hearing a tweet from Drake. Like when Drake spoke, like I'm sure Drake's been like on Instagram, right? Remember like 2 years ago when Drake would post stuff and people would talk about it? Like we don't even do that no more because we got Maul and Akademiks to talk for him. When Drake wants something to be known, they have to say it. And like, it's getting a little out of control. He needs to speak for himself. But beyond that, this lawsuit, just stop. Just stop. Just move on. At this point, bro, you're L farming. He not oral farming. He's L farming, bro. He trying to see how many he can get by standing there and looking stupid. Just stop. So drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think Maul right? Y'all might think Maul right. We could talk about it in the comments. Me personally, I think this is going too far. Just stop, bro. Just move on. Drop your album. Salvage what you can. Get your record deal. Put stuff in your contract to make sure they promote you, and just keep it pushing. We don't want to hear it. All right. So it's your boy, What's Up, G. I'm also going to drop 2 videos. There's going to be one right here and one right here. One of them is actually going to be a video of how everything is just getting a little out of control in the rap game, and now it's starting to look like the whole industry is against Drake. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I'm out, y'all.